Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because today we're diving into one of the most exciting electric cars on the horizon, the Hyundai Ioniq 6N. Now, if you've been following Hyundai's journey into high-performance electric vehicles, you'll know the N badge isn't just about power. It's about emotion, precision, and pure driving excitement. The Ioniq 6N is expected to launch around 2025 or 2026, and it's shaping up to be something really special. Imagine the elegant, futuristic design of the regular Ioniq 6, but infused with raw performance DNA straight from Hyundai's N division. We're talking about a car that blends cutting-edge technology, jaw-dropping acceleration, and a driving experience designed to rival the likes of Tesla, BMW, and even Porsche. In this video, we're breaking down everything we know so far, from the design and performance specs to range, features, and pricing, and exploring what truly makes this electric sedan worthy of that N badge. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Because the future of electric performance might just look like this. Before we dive into the details of the Ioniq 6N itself, let's take a moment to talk about what the N badge actually means. Because it's not just a letter on the trunk. The N in Hyundai's performance lineup stands for two things, Namyang and the Nürburgring. Namyang is Hyundai's global R&D center in South Korea, the birthplace of the brand's most innovative ideas. And the Nürburgring, in Germany, is where those ideas are pushed to the absolute limit on one of the world's toughest racetracks. Hyundai's N division was built around a simple but powerful goal: to create cars that are fun to drive, cars that connect you to the road, that make every corner exciting, and that put a smile on your face every time you hit the throttle. We've already seen that philosophy come to life with models like the i30N, Veloster N, and the Kona N, cars that earned global praise for their balance, performance, and personality. But the big turning point came with the Ioniq 5N, Hyundai's first all-electric performance car. It proved that electric vehicles can still deliver emotion, feedback, and pure driving joy, something that many EVs tend to miss. And now, Hyundai is ready to take that same energy, that same N spirit, and bring it to the sleek, futuristic shape of the Ioniq 6. The Ioniq 6N isn't just another electric car. It's the next step in Hyundai's mission to redefine what performance feels like in the EV era. Now, let's talk about what's underneath. The platform and the powertrain that will make the Ioniq 6N such a beast on the road. Like its sibling, the Ioniq 5N, this car will be built on Hyundai's advanced eGMP platform. That stands for Electric Global Modular Platform. It's the same cutting-edge architecture that supports Hyundai, Kia, and Genesis electric models, and it's designed from the ground up for performance, stability, and efficiency. The eGMP platform allows for dual electric motors, all-wheel drive, and an incredibly low center of gravity. That means instant torque, excellent balance, and the kind of precise handling you'd expect from a true performance sedan. Now, when it comes to raw power, early reports suggest some serious numbers. We're expecting around 600 horsepower, possibly even more in final production form. And torque, somewhere in the ballpark of 740 Newton meters, giving it neck-snapping acceleration. That should translate to a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour time of just about 3 seconds flat, maybe even a bit quicker. Yes, that puts it right up there with the Tesla Model 3 performance and BMW i4 M50, and not too far behind the Porsche Taycan. But power is only half the story. Hyundai's N engineers are focusing heavily on thermal management, making sure the car can deliver maximum performance again and again without overheating or power drop-off. So whether you're launching off the line, carving up a mountain road, or spending a few laps on a track, the Ioniq 6N should stay cool, consistent, and ready for more. This is not just about straight line speed. It's about control, balance, and that feeling of confidence every time you press the accelerator. Now let's talk about the heart of every electric vehicle, the battery system. And in the case of the Hyundai Ioniq 6N, this isn't just a big battery pack. It's a carefully engineered power source, built for both speed and endurance. The Ioniq 6N is expected to use Hyundai's 77.4 kilowatt-hour battery pack, the same one used in the Ioniq 5N. But for this model, engineers are fine-tuning the system for higher performance, better cooling, and faster response under heavy load. That means you can push it hard, on the street or even on a track, without the car losing its edge. Thanks to Hyundai's 800-volt architecture, charging speeds will be seriously impressive. When you plug into a high-speed DC charger, you can expect to go from 10% to 80% in under 20 minutes. That's faster than most competitors, and makes this car not just thrilling, but practical for daily use. And it's not just about speed, it's about consistency. Hyundai's engineers are using improved thermal management systems to make sure the battery doesn't overheat during aggressive driving. This includes advanced liquid cooling channels and smart battery software that constantly monitors performance and temperature. In short, the Ioniq 6N won't just deliver a burst of performance. It'll sustain it, lap after lap, drive after drive. It's this combination of power, endurance, and smart energy use that sets Hyundai's new generation of EVs apart. So, the battery isn't just the power source. It's the brain and the backbone of the entire car. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Because raw power is one thing, but how a car feels when you drive it is what truly sets a performance machine apart. And that's exactly where the Hyundai Ioniq 6N aims to shine. Hyundai's N division has always believed in something they call corner rascal spirit. A car that makes every turn, every curve, feel alive. And even though this one's fully electric, that philosophy hasn't gone anywhere. The Ioniq 6N will be packed with features designed to make the driving experience more engaging, more emotional, and more human. First up, we have N eShift, a clever system that simulates the feel of shifting gears. It doesn't actually have a gearbox, of course, but it mimics the sensations through torque modulation and vibration feedback, giving you that satisfying rhythm of acceleration and shift timing. It's a small detail that makes a huge difference in driver engagement. Then there's N Active Sound Plus. This system creates a synthetic but realistic performance sound that changes with throttle input, speed, and driving mode. You can even customize the tone, from deep growls to futuristic electric hums, making the car sound as wild or as subtle as you want. And that's just the beginning. We're expecting custom drive modes that adjust throttle response, suspension stiffness, steering weight, and power delivery. There will likely be dedicated track and drift modes, just like on the Ioniq 5N, giving drivers full control over how the car behaves. Together, these systems turn what could be a quiet, clinical EV into something much more emotional, something that feels alive and connected to you. Hyundai doesn't just want you to drive the Ioniq 6N. They want you to feel it. This is where the brand's philosophy really comes through. Fun to drive, power you can use, and technology that enhances, not replaces, the human element behind the wheel. Let's take a moment to appreciate the design, because the Hyundai Ioniq 6N isn't just about speed, it's about presence. Even at a standstill, this car looks like it's moving. The base Ioniq 6 already turned heads with its smooth, flowing, almost spaceship-like silhouette. Hyundai calls it the electrified streamliner. It's aerodynamic, efficient, and instantly recognizable. But the N version, that's where things get mean. Expect a more aggressive front fascia with larger air intakes and sharper, sportier detailing. The bumper design will likely channel airflow to improve cooling for the dual motors and brakes, while also giving the car that signature N attitude. You'll probably see a lower ride height, wider wheel arches, and chunky performance tires, sitting on lightweight 21-inch alloy wheels. The stance will be broader and more planted, giving it a confident, almost predatory look from every angle. Around the back, a bold rear diffuser and a subtle deck lid spoiler will help improve aerodynamics and stability at high speeds. Expect small touches like red accents, carbon fiber elements, and N-branded badges that make sure everyone knows this isn't just a regular Ioniq. And of course, Hyundai's signature pixel-style LED lights will stay. Those retro futuristic squares that make the Ioniq lineup instantly recognizable, day or night. When it comes to colors, the N division usually gives us some wild options. So you can bet on the iconic performance blue, possibly a matte gray, and maybe even a special edition launch color. Something bold to match the personality of the car. All in all, the Ioniq 6N will blend the smooth elegance of a Grand Tourer with the aggression of a track-ready sports sedan. It's aerodynamic artistry with attitude. A car that looks as thrilling as it drives. Now, let's step inside, because the interior of the Hyundai Ioniq 6N is just as exciting as what's under the hood. Hyundai has mastered the balance between futuristic design and driver-focused functionality, and the Ioniq 6N is expected to take that even further. The moment you open the door, you'll notice it's not just another EV cabin. Everything feels purposeful. Every button, every surface, every display designed to keep the driver completely connected to the car. You can expect N-exclusive sport seats, sculpted for support during hard cornering, but still comfortable enough for long drives. They'll likely be wrapped in a mix of Alcantara and premium leather, with contrast stitching and the signature N logo embossed into the headrests. The steering wheel will be another highlight. Flat-bottomed, thickly padded and fitted with dedicated N mode buttons. These allow you to instantly switch between driving modes, from calm and efficient to full performance at the tap of a thumb. The dashboard will retain the dual 12-inch digital screens, found in the standard Ioniq 6, but with a twist. Expect custom N graphics, showing performance metrics like torque distribution, G-force readings, lap timers, and temperature monitoring for both the motors and the battery. Ambient lighting will play a huge role, too, reacting to drive modes or throttle input to add a layer of emotion to the experience. Imagine the cabin glowing in cool blues during cruising, then shifting to deep reds when you hit N mode. Storage and comfort won't be ignored either. Hyundai's eGMP platform allows for a flat floor, meaning plenty of legroom for both front and rear passengers. You'll still get modern conveniences, wireless charging, USB-C ports, and a high-end Bose or Harman Kardon sound system to round things out. Overall, the interior of the Ioniq 6N will be a perfect mix of tech, comfort, and performance focus. It won't feel like a stripped-down race car, but it will absolutely remind you, every time you sit inside, that this is something special. All right, let's talk about something that matters just as much as performance: range and efficiency. Because while the Hyundai Ioniq 6N is built for speed, it still needs to go the distance. Now, the standard Ioniq 6 is already one of the most aerodynamic electric sedans in the world, with a drag coefficient of just 0.21. That's smoother than many supercars. And even though the N version will have wider tires and more aggressive bodywork, Hyundai's engineers are working hard to make sure it remains efficient. Based on what we know so far, the Ioniq 6N will likely deliver around 400 to 450 kilometers of range, or roughly 250 to 280 miles on a full charge. That's a solid number for a high-performance EV, especially one producing around 600 horsepower. Now, it's important to remember that range can vary depending on how you drive. If you're pushing the car in N mode or taking it out on a track, expect that number to drop. But under normal everyday conditions, the 6N should still offer more than enough range for daily commuting, weekend drives, and everything in between. The secret behind this balance is Hyundai's eGMP platform and its highly efficient energy management system. It continuously adjusts power delivery, regenerative braking, and cooling systems to get the most out of every kilowatt hour. You'll also get variable regenerative braking, allowing you to control how much energy the car recovers when you lift off the throttle. In the highest setting, you can practically drive using one pedal, perfect for urban driving. And when you want that natural coasting feel, you can dial it back for smoother highway cruising. So even though it's a high-performance machine, the Ioniq 6N won't punish you for enjoying it. It's fast, yes, but it's also smart, efficient, and engineered to make every drive count. Now that we've covered the power, the design, and the technology, let's talk about something everyone wants to know. When can you get it, and how much will it cost? As of now, Hyundai hasn't officially confirmed the launch date for the Ioniq 6N, but industry insiders and automotive reports all point to a late 2025 debut, with the deliveries expected to begin sometime in early 2026. That timeline makes sense, given the rollout of the Ioniq 5N earlier, and Hyundai's current focus on expanding its high-performance EV lineup. By the time the 6N hits the road, the market for performance electric sedans will be more competitive than ever, and Hyundai clearly wants to make a statement. Now, let's talk numbers. Pricing hasn't been officially announced yet, but based on the cost of the Ioniq 5N and the segment it's entering, we can make some strong estimates. Most experts expect the Ioniq 6N to start somewhere between $70,000 and $80,000 US, depending on options, region, and battery configuration. That puts it directly in the same price bracket as the Tesla Model 3 Performance, the BMW i4 M50, and even the base Porsche Taycan. But here's where Hyundai could really shake things up. Value. Hyundai's N division has a reputation for delivering more performance, more features, and more excitement for the price. So even if it's not the cheapest in the lineup, the Ioniq 6N will likely offer a level of driving, experience, and quality that rivals can't match. Without charging a premium, expect Hyundai to reveal full pricing and specifications closer to its official unveilings, possibly at a major auto show in latest 2025. Until then, the anticipation continues to build. One thing's for sure, if the Ioniq 6N delivers everything it promises, it could easily become one of the most desirable electric sedans of the decade. So, there you have it, the upcoming Hyundai Ioniq 6N, a car that perfectly represents where performance and electrification meet. It's bold, it's beautiful, and it's built to thrill, with roughly 600 horsepower on tap, lightning-fast acceleration, and advanced tech that makes every drive feel alive. The Ioniq 6N is shaping up to be far more than just another electric sedan. It's Hyundai's statement piece for the future. Think about it. Only a few years ago, Hyundai was known mainly for practical family cars. Now they're building electric machines that can stand shoulder to shoulder with Tesla, BMW, and Porsche. That's a massive leap. And it shows just how serious the brand is about performance in the EV era. What makes this car truly special, though, isn't just the numbers. It's the personality. It's the emotion, the feedback, the driving connection that Hyundai's N division keeps alive, even without a roaring gasoline engine. It's proof that the future of driving can still be passionate, visceral, and fun. The Ioniq 6N will arrive around 2025 or 2026, and when it does, it could easily redefine what we expect from an electric sports sedan. Sleek looks, incredible power, fast charging, and that unmistakable N character, all wrapped into one futuristic package. So, what do you think? Is the Hyundai Ioniq 6N the next big EV to shake up the market? Could it finally be the performance electric sedan that combines thrill, style, and everyday usability? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tap that bell icon so you never miss our next deep dive into the latest in EV innovation. Thanks for watching, stay charged, and I'll see you in the next one.